How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the third instalment of the PES 2021 Master League with Leicester City. We're starting our group stage in the Europa League today. The much changed lineup we put out is on screen now. Ayer comes in for his debut back in Scotland as we take on Motherwell. Dennis Pratt stuns the palms of Jordan Archer within the first 20 minutes in what was a slow start to the game. Motherwell came forward with Devante Cole. Ward doesn't cover himself in glory there, but they can't make the most of the opportunity. But they come forward again. It's Devante Cole again, and he really should be hitting the target. Into the second half now, and Iheanacho plays it over to Vardy, who catches it on the volley. That one goes well wide. It's a very slow game. It comes into the 73rd minute now with James Maddison, who curls the free kick, but it's tipped away by Jordan Archer. Motherwell now, just shy of 10 minutes to go. They have a free kick of their own, and Polworth does what Maddison couldn't to give Motherwell the lead and potentially put a real shock on the cards for Motherwell here. Pretty much straight from kickoff though, we look to respond with James Maddison, and he cuts through the Motherwell defence, and within 2 minutes of going behind we respond brilliantly to level the game at 1-1. Whether there's enough time to get a winner yet is yet to be seen. We do come forward again with Jamie Vardy. He does fire that one pretty well wide of the target, and the last chance comes with James Maddison, and Ayer heads into the side netting. So unfortunately we drop points on the first game of the Europa League. We have to settle for a draw in Scotland, and we'll be looking to pick up in the next game in the Europa League, which is against PSV Eindhoven. So no messing around, we get straight into the third Premier League game of the season. We take on Aston Villa at the King Power. We go back to our full strength lineup. This is pretty much the lineup that we'll start most Premier League games with. We did rotate in the week. They could only get a draw, so we're back to full strength in the league today. When it comes to Villa's team, it's as you might expect: Jack Grealish and Bertrand Traore with Ross Barkley. No John McGinn, not sure if they've let him go, but obviously Mings and Konza are going to be difficult to get past in defence. We start the game with a good incoming from Under. He fires well over the bar though, but I do like the way Undar plays. Barkley fouls, I think it was Tielemans there, and it gives us the chance from the free kick, and it's James Maddison over the ball 18 minutes in, and James Maddison manages to curl it over the wall and past Tom Heaton in the Villa goal to give us a great 1-0 lead, and that gives us something to really build on for the rest of the game. Good to get in front early, just as we did last time out against Chelsea. Undar again comes close, Tom Heaton managing to gather that one. Then he puts the ball over the top to Jamie Vardy. Again, it's straight at the Villa keeper. Villa's first meaningful attack there came from a corner, but Tyrone Mings fired well wide. Again, we come forward, Ricardo Pereira down the right. Vardy gets the header, but again, Tom Heaton equal to it, and James Maddison is denied by Heaton as well. So it was a pretty much onslaught in the first half. Villa came forward in the start of the second half with Wesley being denied smartly by Kasper Schmeichel. Then great feat by Undar to beat one, and then he tries to put the ball over to Harvey Barnes, but his effort goes well wide of the target in the end. We come forward again with James Maddison, who's causing all the problems. It flashes one just wide. Then into Jamie Vardy, denied by Tom Heaton, who's made save after save in this game, or it could have been a real thrashing. But then Iheanacho finds Jose Perez, and he manages to fire past Tom Heaton at the near post to double our advantage and put us on course for another 3 points in the Premier League. Here we come unstuck, trying to dribble out with Johnny Evans. We just overran it there, and we've left a lot of space in behind, which Wesley capitalises. He takes a shot early before Soyuncu can get in there, and he pulls a goal back, so maybe Villa could get back into the game. But as you can see, that is how the game finished. We hold out for the 2-1 victory, our first home victory of the season, and we follow up the win at Stamford Bridge last week with back-to-back Premier League victories. So into the third and final game of today's episode, and the fourth game in the Premier League, where we travel to the Amex to take on Brighton, who are currently bottom of the Premier League. So we're expecting a victory in this one. Unfortunately, the teams weren't shown at the start, but it's pretty much the similar team, apart from Emre Can came in for Yuri Tielemans, and Jose Perez is rewarded with his goal for a start in place of Undar. But Brighton started this game really sharply. Morpay drawing the save from Schmeichel. Then Jan Basuma during another brilliant save from Schmeichel tips it over the bar, but we were under real pressure at the start of this game. Again, Brighton threatening another brilliant double save from Schmeichel to deny Lamptey. But I really thought we were in for a game with the way that Brighton started that opening 7 minutes. But then we come forward here with Emre Can. We get it out to Harvey Barnes. He squares up to Lamptey. He manages to get the ball across. And after a knockdown, Emre Can is there to swoop the ball home on his first Premier League start for us. So that's brilliant for him to already be on the score sheet. Brighton tried to immediately respond with a cutthroat ball through to Basuma, but Schmeichel, as always, is fast off his line to get rid of it. Again, Brighton pressing, another brilliant save from Schmeichel. He's really keeping us in this game. And if the opening 20 minutes are to go by, Brighton are to be feared in this game. Barnes draws the save there before Maddison flashes one just wide. It's then James Maddison from a free kick. We saw what he did in the last game, and he's hit the post there, and it comes out, but some awful defending from Brighton, and a ricochet falls straight into the path of Jamie Vardy, who lifts it over the Brighton goalkeeper. We then get another free kick here, a foul on James Maddison, and we know what Maddison can do from this sort of range, and he does it again, curls it over the bar. 3-0 Leicester City, and we're really pushing on here convincingly at this stage, especially as in the opening 7 minutes I really thought it was going to be a tricky game today. We come forward again though, 55 minutes, Ricardo Pereira puts the ball across, and there's Jamie Vardy to almost kung fu kick us into a 4-0 lead. And this is a real hammering for Brighton now. And in the opening 7 minutes, it was hard to see why they were bottom of the table. But quite clearly, after 80 minutes, when Kelechi Iheanacho gives us the 5th goal, it's clear to see why they're down there. And their best effort of the second half came from Pascal Gross, with pretty much the last kick of the game being denied by Kasper Schmeichel. That is how it finishes, so a really convincing win for us away at the Amex Stadium, 5-0. That gives us 3 victories out of 4, so we've bounced back from that defeat on the opening day to Wolves in brilliant style. And as you can see when we see the table in a minute, that does put us up to 9 out of 12, 3 out of 4. It leaves us in 5th place behind Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham and Manchester United. Obviously, you'll see Everton haven't started very well. They've not won any of their first 4, and obviously the people we just beat 5-0, Brighton Hove Albion, prop up the division. It's no surprise when you see how they just played in the game we just played. But that is going to draw the 3rd episode of the Leicester City Master League to a close. Episode 4 will be up very soon, where we face Fulham at home, and then we look to bounce back in the Europa League at home to PSV before the first real big test of the season away at the Etihad against Man City, where we're really going to be able to show if we've got what it takes to finish in the Champions League spaces. Bye for now.